Welcome to Rewrite Her Voice, the podcast that takes a bold and compassionate look at the inner critic living rent-free in your head. You know the one. She's judgmental, perfectionistic, and never misses a chance to tear you down. But here's the truth. That voice isn't truly you. Each week, we dive into an honest conversation with powerful stories and practical tools to uncover where that inner mean girl came from, why she shows up, and how to rewrite her script. It's time to reclaim your inner voice, break the cycle of self-sabotage, and speak to yourself with the kindness and strength you deserve. If you're ready to stop letting your inner mean girl run the show and start showing up as your most authentic, empowered self, let's go. Hey, sunshine. Welcome back. Okay, here's the thing. I think if we're honest, most of us want the same thing at our core, right? We want to be chosen. We want to be accepted. We want to belong. We want to feel like someone sees us and says, yes, you matter. You're welcome here. You're enough. I value you. And there's nothing wrong with that. The desire for connection is part of being human. Congrats, you're human. Lately, I've been sitting with a question that feels really important. And here it is. Are you choosing you? Because while we're waiting for other people to choose us, approve of us, validate us, accept us, invite us, love us, or believe in us, sometimes we forget to ask whether we're doing those things for ourselves. From the time we're little, acceptance often feels connected to safety. We learn what gets praise. We learn what gets attention. We learn what gets approval. And without realizing it, many of us start shaping ourselves around being accepted. Not because we're shallow, not because we're needy, but because belonging matters. It even matters in the animal kingdom, guys, okay? Pack animals are the same. Belonging and acceptance is survival. The problem happens when we start outsourcing our worth. When our sense of value depends on whether someone else picks us, whether someone else responds to the text, whether someone likes the post, whether someone buys the offer, whether someone notices our effort, whether someone stays, then we're constantly waiting for evidence that we're enough. And that, my friend, is an exhausting way to live. Sometimes not choosing ourselves looks obvious, right? But sometimes it's incredibly subtle. It looks like staying quiet about what we want, shrinking our dreams so other people feel more comfortable, not applying for the opportunity, not sharing our work, not setting the boundary, not taking the chance, not resting when we're exhausted, not celebrating ourselves unless someone else does it first. It can even look like constantly trying to earn our own approval through productivity, as if maybe one more achievement will finally make us feel worthy, right? But self-worth doesn't work that way, because if acceptance is always conditional, we keep moving the line. That finish line just keeps getting pushed further and further and further away every time we accomplish something. Choosing yourself isn't arrogance. It's not believing you're better than anyone else. It's not becoming self-centered. It's deciding that your value doesn't disappear when someone doesn't choose you. It's trusting your own voice. It's honoring your needs. It's speaking kindly to yourself. It's keeping promises to yourself. It's allowing your desires to matter. It's saying, I can be disappointed that this didn't work out without making it mean there's something wrong with me. That's self-acceptance. Not loving every part of yourself every moment, but being willing to stay on your own side. I think sometimes people hear self-acceptance and assume it means settling. Like accepting yourself means never wanting more. But I actually think the opposite is true. When you accept yourself, growth becomes safer. Because you're no longer trying to improve yourself to prove you're worthy, right? You're growing because you care about yourself. You're building because you believe in yourself. You're stretching because your dreams matter. Growth rooted in self-rejection feels harsh. Growth rooted in self-acceptance feels sustainable. So maybe today the question isn't who is choosing me? Maybe the question is, where am I waiting for permission? Where am I withholding acceptance from myself? Where am I asking others to validate something I already know is true? And what would change if I chose myself first? Not perfectly, not forever, Just today. Just in one small way. The truth is people will choose you and people won't. Some doors will open, some won't. Some people will understand you and others won't. That's part of life. Kind of feels like Dr. Seuss, doesn't it? Your relationship with yourself doesn't have to be determined by any of those things. Because at the end of the day, the person whose acceptance you'll live with the longest is your own. So today, the invitation is simple. Okay? Choose yourself. Trust yourself. Accept yourself. And stop waiting for someone else to hand you the belonging you've been capable of giving yourself all along. Okay? Okay. I'm glad we had this talk. Now, if this episode was just right, it spoke to your soul on every level, and you're ready to build a healthier relationship with yourself, your inner voice, and the patterns that keep you stuck seeking validation outside of yourself, I'd love to invite you into our Love Rach email chats. It's a space where we chat self-awareness, self-trust, emotional growth, and sustainable personal development together. So join us at loverach.com. I cannot wait to see you in my inbox. Now remember, you are worthy, you are enough, and you are loved. Until the next time, my sweet friend. Love Rach. Hey, my sweet friend. Thank you so much for spending time with me today on Rewrite Her Voice. If you loved today's episode, will you hit that subscribe button for me? And be sure to share it with a friend. If you're ready to quiet your inner mean girl and step into your own authentic voice, I would love for you to join me inside our Cultivating membership. Until next time, remember, you are enough.